Also, I wanted to replay Metal Gear Solid series for a while already. And I guess I'll start to do it in the release order. All canon games except for, like, MSX, Metal Gear, and Metal Gear 2.
The nuclear weapons disposal facility on Shadow Moses Island in Alaska's Fox Archipelago was attacked and captured by next-generation special forces, being led by members of Foxhound. They're demanding that the government turn over the remains of Big Boss, and they say that if their demands are not met within 24 hours, they'll launch a nuclear weapon. You'll have two mission objectives. First, you're to rescue DARPA Chief Donald Anderson and the president of Armstech, Kenneth Baker. Both are being held as hostages. Secondly, you're to investigate whether or not the terrorists have the ability to make a nuclear strike and stop them if they do.
What's the insertion method?
We'll approach the disposal facility by sub.
And then?
We'll launch a one-man SDV. After the SDV gets as close as it can, dispose of it. From there on, you'll have to swim. High-Tech Special Forces Unit Foxhound. Your former unit, and one that I was a commander of.
So they're still around.
There are 6 members of Foxhound involved in this terrorist activity. Psycho Mattis, with his powerful psychic abilities. Sniper Wolf, the beautiful and deadly sharpshooter. Decoy Octopus, master of disguise. Vulcan Raven, giant and shaman. And Revolver Ocelot, specialist in interrogation and a formidable gunfighter. And finally, in charge of them, Foxhound's squad leader, Liquid Snake.
Liquid Snake?
The man with the same codename as you. The nuclear weapons disposal facility covers the whole island. I'll instruct you by codec after you reach your target.
Anyone going with me?
As usual, this is a one-man infiltration mission.
Weapons and equipment OSP?
Yes. This is a top-secret black op. Don't expect any official support.
Alright, that was initial introduction. And we also have a briefing, which will tell kind of the same thing that we have heard in the introduction, but in a more detailed way. And I also play on a Duck Station emulator, and it has achievements implemented. One of the achievements is to look the whole briefing, so that's what we're gonna do.
It's been a long time, Snake.
I should have known you were behind this, Colonel.
That's no way to greet an old war buddy, Snake.
What do you want from me?
I just invited you here so we could have a talk.
Invited? That's what you call sending armed soldiers after me?
Sorry if they were a little rough with you. But we've got a serious situation here. Only you can get us out of it.
I'm retired from Foxhound. You're not my commander anymore, and I don't have to take orders from you or anyone else.
You will take these orders. I know it.
Excuse me.
Who's this?
Dr. Naomi Hunter. She's chief of Foxhound's medical staff, and an expert in gene therapy.
Are you military?
No, civilian. I've been sent here from ATGC. Pleasure to meet you, Snake. Don't worry, this injection won't hurt a bit.
What's the shot for?
What's wrong? You don't like shots?
Snake, listen up. It all went down 5 hours ago. Heavily armed soldiers occupied Shadow Moses Island, a remote island off the coast of Alaska.
What soldiers?
Next Generation Special Forces, led by members of Unit Foxhound. They've presented Washington with a single demand, and they say that if it isn't met, they'll launch a nuclear weapon.
A nuclear weapon?
I'm afraid so. You see, the island is the site of a secret nuclear weapons disposal facility.
Foxhound hijacking a nuclear weapon?
Now you understand how serious the situation is. You'll have 2 mission objectives. First, you're to rescue the DARPA chief, Donald Anderson, and the president of Arms Tech, Kenneth Baker. They're both being held as hostages.
Those are some heavy-duty hostages.
Secondly, you're to investigate whether or not the terrorists have the ability to launch a nuclear strike, and stop them if they do. Any questions, Snake?
Questions? I haven't even said whether I'd accept this mission.
Well, you can make up your mind after you hear more about the situation.
So yeah, those briefings, if I remember correctly, they are not in a chronological order in here. If I remember correctly, we should start with a description of our villains. Yeah, here it is, hostages. Or maybe person in charge, operation members. Yeah, let's start with the members, with people we have to work with.
Colonel, I don't work for the government anymore. Let me go back to Twin Lakes.
Why, Snake? Is your life in Alaska all that great?
There's a dog sled race this week. Next Saturday, I have to be in Anchorage.
The Iditarod? The longest sled race in the world? When did you become a dog musher?
Right now, my 50 Huskies are my only family. I've got to take care of them.
Don't worry about your dogs.
What do you mean?
I'm sorry, Snake, but this vessel is headed for the Bering Sea. There's no room for debate.
I told you, even if I do owe you, I don't owe anything to this army or this country.
You will accept this assignment.
Why should I be stupid enough to do that? I'm no patriot.
Snake, there's enough dirt in your file from your days as an agent to keep you in the stockade until you're a very old man.
Oh, I see. Blackmail.
No, Snake. I prefer to look at it as helping you come to a decision more easily. But anyway, I know you better than that. You take this assignment even without the threat.
Why do you say that?
You're a natural-born soldier. You're not the grow old gracefully type. It's the same for all of us who've seen real action. The only place we can feel truly alive is on the battlefield. I'm a soldier too. I know those feelings of powerlessness, frustration that you feel every day. You've tried to play the Boy Scout out there in Alaska, but you can't race dogs in the snow forever. Why don't you come back to us and be a soldier again?
You think my life is some kind of a joke?
Snake, I just want to give you back your purpose in life.
And that was weird. Alright, detailed information. That's a bit weird. Oh, that's how it works.
The chief of DARPA and the president of an arms manufacturing company. What business did they have at a nuclear weapons disposal facility?
The truth is that secret exercises were being conducted at the time the terrorist group attacked.
Must be extremely important exercises if those two were directly involved. Were they testing some kind of new advanced weapon?
I'm not privy to that information.
Do we know exactly where they're being held?
The DARPA chief has also been injected with the mini-transmitter. As you get closer, you should be able to pick up his location on your radar.
Damn it. Maybe I played European version before, but I don't remember circle being a accept button in here.
Do they really have the ability to launch a nuclear missile?
They say they do. They even gave us the serial number of the warhead they plan to use.
Was the number confirmed?
I'm afraid so. At the very least, they've got their hands on a real nuclear warhead.
Isn't there some kind of safety device to prevent this type of terrorism?
Yes. Every missile and warhead in our arsenal is equipped with a PAL, which uses a discrete detonation code.
PAL.
Permissive Action Link. The safety control system built into all nuclear weapons systems. But even so, we can't rest easy.
Why not?
Because the DARPA chief knows the detonation code.
But even if they have a nuclear warhead, it must have been removed from its missile. All the missiles on these disposal sites are supposed to be dismantled. It's not that easy to get your hands on an ICBM.
That used to be true. But since the end of the Cold War, you can get anything if you have enough money and the right connections.
Want a nuclear weapon? Here you go. It's a free market for you.
How well armed are these terrorists? I know there was an exercise going on at the time they revolted.
They're heavily armed, I'm afraid.
What about their battle experience?
The 6 members of Foxhound in charge are all hardened veterans. They're tough enough to eat nails and ask for seconds.
I wouldn't expect anything less from Foxhound.
The others are next-generation special forces. They're not your average grunts either.
So what exactly are they demanding?
A person's remains.
Remains?
That's right. To be more accurate, cell specimens which contain the individual's genomic information.
Cell specimens? Why would they want that?
The terrorists need them. You see, these next-generation special forces have been strengthened through gene therapy.
Strengthened?
You've heard of the Human Genome Project. They've been mapping the human genome, and they're nearly finished. Following up on this research, the military has been working towards identifying those genes which are responsible for making effective soldiers.
There are genes that do that?
Yes. And using gene therapy, they're able to transplant those genes into regular soldiers.
Gene therapy?
I'll explain this part. With gene therapy, we can remove those genes which we know may lead to sickness or disease, and at the same time splice in genes with beneficial effects, such as resistance to cancer, for example.
In other words, we can overcome all sorts of genetic diseases, and at the same time add genetic characteristics as desired.
Okay. And so if you knew what genes were responsible for making the perfect soldier, you could implant them in the same way, right?
Yes, we could.
But it all depends on being able to isolate and identify those soldier genes.
And in order to do that, it's helpful if you can study the genomic information of one of the greatest soldiers ever.
Yeah, apparently all this nonsense they were talking about genes and gene therapy, it's kind of bullcrap from the 90s. Genes don't work how they describe in here. But people thought they did back in the day, the 80s, 90s, so...
One of the greatest soldiers ever?
The man they call the greatest warrior of the 20th century.
You don't mean Big Boss.
That's right. We've been working feverishly to identify the genes responsible for his incredible combat skill. So far, we've discovered about 60 of the so-called soldier genes.
So his body was recovered after all.
Yes, and his cells have remained frozen in a cryo chamber. His genomic information is a priceless treasure to mankind.
Priceless to the military, perhaps.
His body was burned severely, but it was possible to restore his DNA profile from just a single strand of his hair.
You people are amazing. And then you're gonna transplant those genes into soldiers?
Yes. We'll use a process that I discovered called gene targeting. The strongest soldiers don't become what they are by acquiring their skills through training or experience. We now know that hereditary factors are far more crucial for creating superior soldiers.
Snake, we can't give them his body. It's potentially more dangerous than all the nuclear warheads on that island put together.
I hear the terrorists are calling themselves the Sons of Big Boss.
The Sons of Big Boss? Tell me about these next-generation special forces.
They started out as an anti-terrorist special ops unit, made up of former members of biochem units, technical escort units, and the nuclear emergency search team. Their purpose was to respond to threats involving next-generation weapons of mass destruction, including NBC weapons.
Until they were added, that is.
Who's they?
These guys didn't start out as regular army.
Looks like a pretty international group. Mercenaries?
Yeah, and it gets worse. Most of them were from a merc agency that I think you're familiar with. They were part of Big Boss's private guard. And after Big Boss went down, the military just bought out all their contracts.
Outer heaven.
After that, they were merged with our own VR unit, Force 21, and retrained. If you ask me, these so-called next-generation special forces should be called simulated soldiers. They have no real battle experience.
Video game players, huh?
Don't forget they've all been strengthened with gene therapy. They carry genes which make them excellent soldiers. Don't get careless just because they don't have much experience.
I thought using genetically modified soldiers was prohibited by international law.
Yes, but those are just declarations, not actual treaties.
The interesting thing is that nearly every member of the unit conspired in this attack.
How could an entire unit be subverted to rebellion?
They're calling it a revolution.
Since they all went through the same gene therapy, they probably felt closer than brothers. They see the unit as their only family.
The Sons of Big Boss. But if they were regular army, they must have been interviewed periodically by army counselors.
According to their files, they all got straight A's on their psychological tests. They all seemed like fine, upstanding, patriotic soldiers.
But they all took part in the uprising?
No, several people didn't show up on the day of the exercise. That's why there was a resupply of troops.
Was there any sign recently that something might be wrong?
There was a report a month ago that they were acting strangely.
Apparently they consulted classified information about the soldier genes and performed their own gene therapy experiments.
They can do that even without you?
Well, our gene therapy process is almost completely automated. And besides that, they're all geniuses with IQs over 180.
Even the existence of this genome army is a national secret of the highest order. We've been hoping to investigate this thing quietly and deal with it behind closed doors. High-Tech Special Forces Unit Foxhound. Your former unit, and one that I was a commander of. An elite group combining firepower and expertise. They're every bit as good as when I was commanding them.
So they're still around.
There are 6 members of Foxhound involved in this terrorist activity. Psycho Mantis, with his powerful psychic abilities. Sniper Wolf, the beautiful and deadly sharpshooter. Decoy Octopus, master of disguise. Vulcan Raven, Giant and Shaman, and Revolver Ocelot, specialist in interrogation and a formidable gunfighter.
Looks like a lovely bunch of folks. Too bad we'll be meeting under these circumstances.
And finally, in charge of them, Foxhound's squad leader, Liquid Snake.
Liquid Snake?
Yes. And you're the only person who can stand against him.
Liquid Snake.
Liquid Snake. The man with the same codename as you.
Tell me what you know.
He fought in the Gulf War as a teenager, the youngest person in the SAS. His job was to track down and destroy mobile Scud missile launching platforms. You were there too, I believe. Didn't you infiltrate Western Iraq with a platoon of Green Berets?
I was just a kid myself back then.
The details are classified, but it seems that originally he penetrated the Middle East as a sleeper for the SIS.
He was a spy for the British Secret Intelligence Service?
But he never once showed his face in Century House. He was taken prisoner in Iraq, and after that there was no trace of him for several years. After you retired, he was rescued and became a member of Foxhound.
I thought that by the time I left, they were no longer using codenames.
I don't know his real name. That information is so highly classified that even I can't look at it. Here's a photo of him. Pretty shocking, huh? His skin tone is different, but otherwise you two are exact duplicates.
I have a twin?
I don't know the details, but it seems so. That's why we really need you for this mission.
You're the only one who can beat him. Now that I've met you, I know. You've got something that he doesn't. I can see it in your eyes.
Why don't I find that thought more comforting? Colonel, who are you speaking for?
Naturally, I'm representing the US government.
So who's in supervisory control of this operation?
The President of the United States.
Which means that the President must be meeting with his top aides in the map room about now, huh?
No, at this point they're still video conferencing with each other.
If that's a real nuclear warhead, shouldn't they issue a COG?
Not yet. The Secretary of Defense has operational control and is fully aware of the situation. After you infiltrate, if you determine they possess nuclear launch capabilities, a COG will be issued.
Well, if they haven't relocated to the nuclear shelter under Mount Washington, I suppose there isn't that much reason to worry yet. Is the National Security Agency in on this?
Yes. So is the DIA, the Defense Intelligence Agency.
The DIA? I'm starting to get a bad feeling about this.
They'll be sending us some support.
We don't need desk jockeys. We need a nuclear weapons specialist.
Of course. A nuclear weapons specialist has already been assigned to us.
We need backup from a specialist. I'm just an amateur when it comes to nuclear weapons.
I know. That's why I've requested the assistance of a military analyst named Nastasha Romanenko. She'll be providing you backup by Kodak.
A female analyst?
She's built up an impressive record as an advisor for the Nuclear Emergency Search Team. Contact her if you have any questions. She's also an expert on high-tech weapons.
Where's she working from?
At her home in Los Angeles.
California. Seems like a million miles away. Colonel, you're retired. Why are you involved in this?
Because there aren't many people who know Foxhound as well as I do.
Is that really the only reason?
I've been soldiering for a long time. I don't know anything else. I guess even though I'm getting a little old, I still love to be in the field.
Colonel, you're a lousy liar. Tell me the real reason.
Okay, Snake. Sorry. I'll be frank. A person very dear to me is being held hostage.
Who is it?
My niece, Meryl.
What was your niece doing here?
Several soldiers were reported missing the day of the revolt. And my niece was one of those called in as an emergency replacement.
She looks like you.
She's my little brother's girl. He died in the Gulf War, and since then I've been watching after her.
A personal motive, Colonel. That's not very soldierly.
I'm retired. I'm just an old man now. And I'm your friend.
Since when are we friends?
I've thought of us as friends since the fall of Zanzibar.
With my personality, I don't have too many friends.
That's what I trust about you. It's what makes you human. Please, Snake. Save my niece, Meryl.
All right. But I have two conditions.
Name them.
1, no more secrets between us. I want complete disclosure at all times. And 2, I'll only accept orders directly from you, Colonel. No cutoffs involved, okay?
Agreed. That's why I was called. But one thing.
What?
I'm not a colonel anymore. Just a retired old warhorse.
I understand, Colonel. That doctor, is she part of this operation too?
She was in charge of Foxhound's gene therapy. She knows more about those men than anyone else.
You mean you've seen them naked?
Make no mistake, I'm not a nurse. I'm a scientist.
By the way, what was that injection for?
It's a combination of nanomachines and an anti-freezing peptide so that your blood and other bodily fluids don't freeze, even at subarctic temperatures.
Nanomachines?
Not just one kind, either. There are different types which will replenish the supply of adrenaline, nutrition, and sugar in your bloodstream.
Now I don't have to worry about food.
I also put some nootropics in there.
Say what?
Nootropics. A class of drugs which will help improve your mental functioning.
It'll make me smarter, huh? Anything else?
Yes. Benzedrine. It's a type of stimulant. It'll keep you alert and responsive for 12 straight hours.
That was quite a cocktail. Anything else in there?
Those nanomachines will also keep your Codex batteries charged up.
I guess I can call you when I'm ready to go on a diet.
You're welcome.
Tell me about the nuclear weapon disposal facility.
The disposal facility includes a hardened underground base. Even with our most advanced intelligence gathering equipment, we can't tell what's happening inside.
So someone needs to penetrate, gather intelligence, and report back. Sounds like a spy movie. What's the insertion method?
Well, an air insertion is impossible.
Not with this storm going on.
We'll approach the disposal facility by sub.
Approach?
Yes, within a few miles of it. The facility is equipped with sonar detection capabilities. They'd be able to hear our engine or propeller noise.
And then?
We'll launch a one-man SDV.
Launch?
Same as a torpedo, only this has no propulsion device of its own. After the SDV gets as close as it can, dispose of it. From there on, you'll have to swim.
You want me to swim in sub-zero Alaskan water?
Don't worry. That suit represents the latest advances in polythermal technology. The nuclear weapons disposal facility covers the whole island. I'll instruct you by codec after you reach your target.
Anyone going with me?
As usual, this is a one-man infiltration mission.
Weapons and equipment OSP?
Yes. This is a top-secret black op. Don't expect any official support.
What's the time limit?
24 hours. They say they'll launch after 24 hours.
Do they say what the target will be?
So far, they haven't mentioned the target.
When did the countdown start?
5 hours ago.
And I believe that's it.
I need to borrow your scissors.
What are you going to do?
Don't worry, just gonna clean myself up a little.
Huh?
I don't want to be mistaken for the leader of the terrorists.
Yeah, I believe this haircut scene was an extra one, a secret one. Yeah, we've got an achievement for this even. Okay. I guess we can start. What do we have in options? And excuse me, it's my Discord. Vibration off. Don't remember having so many configs in here. Is European version missing all this stuff? Because now I'm playing US version. I think it was a bit different in European. Yeah, the biggest problem that we have on hard difficulty is that we have no radar. And enemies can see you pretty far without using the enemy. So that makes it like much harder than when you have radar and you can see everyone around you.
Stay alert. He'll be through here. I know it. I'm going to swat down a couple of bothersome flies.
This is Snake. Colonel, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. What's the situation, Snake?
Looks like the elevator in the back is the only way up.
Just as I expected. You'll have to take the elevator to the surface. But make sure nobody sees you. If you need to, contact me by codec. The frequency is 140.85. When you want to use the codec, push the select button. When we need to contact you, the codec will beep. When you hear that noise, press the select button. The codec's receiver directly stimulates the small bones of your ear. No one but you will be able to hear it.
Got it. Okay, I'm ready to go.
And finally, gameplay. Let's grab a ration. I think we are safe to go here. Yoji Shinkawa, legendary character designer of this game. I think it's one of my favorite, like, artists in gaming. Like, his covers for Metal Gear games are just amazing. Can I go here now? Apparently I can. Oops. Damn it, I can't. No! Don't shoot! No! Yeah, I stepped in a puddle and the guy heard me. Should be more careful. I should have waited actually. Lol, yeah. You can die real fast and hard. The original Dark Souls. Honestly, I think it was even worse than Dark Souls. At least in Dark Souls you have good, responsive controls. Here, nope. It's not the case. Controls are atrocious in here. If far enough, I think he is. Let's hide here for now. See what is gonna happen. Ah, damn it, I think I've skipped my opportunity to go. What? Seriously? Can you? Oh no, we don't have a jump. Yeah, it's gonna be hard. I'm kind of surprised he did see me there. Maybe I needed to hide beneath this metal box or whatever it is. Actually, I could sneak right now. Yeah. Well, since I'm not trying to do a non-lethal playthrough, maybe I should snap the neck of the second guy. There he is. That looks better. Yeah, we need to wait until we see all the subtitles and the elevator is supposed to arrive. Oops. Nope. Damn the controls. I almost screwed up. Oh, no, 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 no. Get the hell out from here, dude. Takes a while. Here we go. Now we need to sneak in. The problem is this elevator brings another guy. Yeah, I couldn't imagine playing this game with this movement. Movement is not the biggest problem. The biggest problem is the camera. You can't really see much. Can we sneak in? Yeah, we can. Good. Like, second game has much better movement, but the camera is still pretty much the same, and better movement doesn't help. When in MGS3, like Definitive Edition, I think it was called Subsistence, you get a third-person view camera, the game gets so much easier. And MGS4 is like a walk in the park with all modern third-person FPS controls and camera. Peace Walker was also kinda easy, but it was a PSP game, I guess.
It's Snake. I'm in front of the disposal facility.
Excellent, Snake. Age hasn't slowed you down one bit.
How's that sneaking suit working out?
I'm nice and dry, but it's a little hard to move.
Bear with it. It's designed to prevent hypothermia. This is Alaska, you know.
Take it easy, I'm grateful. If it weren't for your suit and your shot, I would have turned into a popsicle out there.
An anti-freezing peptide, Snake. All of the genome soldiers in this exercise are using it.
I see. I'm relieved to hear that. Already tested, huh? By the way, how's the diversionary operation going?
2 F-16s just took off from Galena and are headed your way. The terrorist radar should have already picked them up.
Behind D. Colonel, what's a Russian gunship doing here?
I have no idea, but it looks like our little diversion got their attention. Now's your best chance to slip in unnoticed.
I think Liquid is on his second pilot seat, and the first seat is empty, if I have seen it correctly.
There are only 18 hours left until their deadline. You've got to hurry.
Wow, you must be crazy to fly a hind in this kind of weather.
Who's that?
Oh, sorry. I haven't introduced you to yet. This is Mei Ling. She was assigned to us as our visual and data processing specialist. She designed your codec, as well as your Soliton radar system. Contact her if you have any questions about either of them.
Nice to meet you, Snake. It's an honor to speak to a living legend like yourself. What's wrong?
Nothing. I just didn't expect a world-class designer of military technology to be so cute.
You're just flattering me.
No, I'm serious. Well, I know I won't be bored for the next 18 hours.
Come on. I can't believe I'm being hit on by the famous Solid Snake. But I'm surprised. You're very frank for a trained killer.
Looks like we both have a lot to learn about each other.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to learning about the man behind the legend.
We'll be monitoring your movements by radar, so contact us by codec anytime you want.
Got it. I'll call if I'm feeling lonely.
Seriously, Snake, we're here to back you up, so call if you need some information or advice. I'm also in charge of your mission data. Contact me if you want me to record your current status. My frequency is 140.96. It's a dedicated frequency for saving data. Don't forget it.
Remember, except for your binoculars, you're naked. You need to arm yourself with whatever weapons you can find.
I remember. First, I'm strip searched by Dr. Naomi here, and then all my weapons are taken away. Imagine yourself put in that position.
Well, if you make it back in one piece, maybe I'll let you do a strip search on me.
I'll hold you to that, Doctor. By the way, sorry to disappoint you, but I did manage to smuggle out my smokes.
How did you do that?
In my stomach. Thanks to the shot you gave me that suppressed my stomach acids.
Cigarettes? How are those going to help you?
You never know.
And cigarettes are actually a tool that we can use later. And they also reduce your
If you want
health
to get in,
slowly.
there's the front door. It's the fastest way, but there's too much risk of being spotted by the enemy.
I can't just knock on the door and ask them to let me in. There's one sentry on the left and one on the right. They're armed with 5.56ers and pineapples.
What about the air duct near the door? There should also be a duct on the second floor.
I can't see it from here.
I'll let you decide the best COA. I'm counting on you, Snake.
So I probably will go for first floor. We can grab chaff grenades in here. But we shouldn't get spotted by searchlights. I think I will get spotted. Yep. Let's try to grab item in here. Stun grenade. Let's equip Stan. Let's grab Socom. Nope. No! No, damn it. I wanted to throw him. Oh, it worked. No, it didn't. It didn't. Yeah, I forgot you need to remove the weapon to use a throw. So instead of throwing a guy, I threw another stun grenade. I think I screwed up again. Yep. Let's try it again. That's how I change weapons. Nope. Oh, how? That was weird. I'm not gonna be able to sneak through the oh, I will be. How doesn't it see me? Okay. Oh! You look stunning. Collect the stun grenades in the heliport without using chaff grenades or being spotted. Okay, we got an achievement. I actually did not expect this. Grab Socom. Oh no. This guy. Oh, wait a second. Where are you going? Can we sneak here? Maybe. No, we can, apparently. I don't see guard from here. Now I can. Clean. Like a ghost. I think we will not get a dialogue between soldiers about infiltrators.
Snake, this is McDonald Miller. It's been a long time.
Master, what are you doing here?
I quit being a drill instructor, so I moved out here for some peace and quiet. I'm in retirement, just like you. Once in a while, I still help train the Alaskan Scouts.
Passing on the skills to a new generation, huh?
Campbell told me about the situation here. I thought I might be of some use.
There's no one I'd rather have in a foxhole than you.
Well, I know lots about survival in a harsh environment. I've lived in Alaska longer than you, so call me if you have any questions about the flora or fauna out here. My frequency is 141.80.
Yeah, it's actually a good idea to call people in this game if you don't know what to do, if you struggle with the boss, something like that. Oh, what's wrong with the Bond? Guess some emulation problems. Let's go Campbell.
Snake, when you enter a narrow space, you'll automatically go into intrusion mode. Press up on the directional button to go forward, and down to retreat backwards. You can also press right or left to face either direction. Advance while hiding yourself, pay attention to the enemy's actions, and make sure you're not discovered.
But be careful. You can't attack while you're in intrusion mode either.
And even if you go into intrusion mode while you're being chased, the enemy's grenades will still follow you. Snake, first you've got to find the DARPA chief. Look for clues.
Yeah, I need to work on not being discovered yet.
Snake, you've got to think. Your mind is your most dangerous weapon. If things are getting too complicated, try to simplify your thoughts. You can also try calling Campbell for advice.
Snake, first you've got to find the DARPA chief. Look for clues.
Soldiers that have been forged in the fires of battle are used to catching naps whenever and wherever they can. There's a big difference between real soldiers and those kids who have only been trained in VR simulators. After playing for a long time, you should get some rest too.
Oh yeah, I remember MGS2 at some point just literally tells you to turn off the game and to go take some rest. But it's actually a ruse. The enemy AI tries to stop you. Yeah, I think if we wouldn't get an alert outside, we will get a dialogue, a cutscene between two soldiers who are discussing another intruder. Or maybe we'll see it here.
I moved the DARPA chief to the cell in the first floor basement.
What about the vent shaft cleaning?
They just opened the vent covers. They're about to start spraying for rats.
First floor basement ventilation shaft.
Shut those covers as soon as they're done spraying. Also, keep your eye on that woman in the cell. Don't get careless now.
Woman in the cell?
Did something happen?
There's an intruder.
Really?
He's already done 3 people.
He's killed 3 people?
Yeah. Say he's using stealth, too.
Stealth? There's an intruder besides me?
Anyway, I want you to increase the security detail on the chief.
And another achievement. I'm not being stealthy at all. Yeah, but they talk about another intruder who kills people. We didn't kill anyone yet. And like, MGS series is kind of famous for non-lethal ways to play. And unfortunately it's not really possible in MGS1. Still have to kill a few people, but you can like reduce the number of casualties. I think you're allowed to kill 20 or 25 people for big boss rank. Yeah, I can see some rooms in here, some items inside. Can you use a binocular or a scope to see what this item is? No, we can't, but it looks like some equipment piece. So we can't quickly like switch weapons. That's what I've tried to do when I fought guys with stun grenades. Because I think in MGS2 and 3, if you press once on an inventory button, it removes an item that is equipped.
Press the action button to drop down.
Okay. Some backseating from Campbell. I think it's a ration, I don't need it actually. Yeah, I'm full. But good to know that we can get a ration in here. Let's press an action button.
Use the elevator to change floors. There should be a cargo elevator that you can take down somewhere around there. Try to find it.
Okay. Chaff grenades. So what do we have here? We have 2 guards down here between tanks. I believe that's... oh, there's a camera right here. I think it's kind of blind. Yeah. Another camera, and I'm not sure I want to go here actually. Maybe I do want. Yeah, there's some equipment. Thermal goggles. They're actually pretty handy. Read my mind. Okay. I like these achievements. And there's some ammo for SOCOM, I guess. How many bullets do we have? 12 out of 25, okay. And we don't have a suppressor, which we kind of want to get.
People's reaction speed is slowest around 3 o'clock in the morning. And so is their judgment. If you're feeling drowsy, you should get some sleep.
Alright. Master Miller cares about us.
Good. You've got yourself a weapon. To use it, first hold down the R2 button to enter weapon mode. Then select the weapon you want with the directional button. After you've selected the weapon you want, let go of the R2 button to exit weapon mode. The weapon you selected should appear in your hand. To use the weapon, follow the directions displayed in the window. If you use the R1 button, you can equip your weapon more quickly. While you're barehanded, press the R1 button.
Oh, that's how you do it.
Weapon you used. Press the R1 button while you're holding a weapon to be barehanded again. Don't fire your gun needlessly, or you might be discovered. If you had a gun with a suppressor, it would be a different story. If you have any questions about weapons or equipment, you should ask our military analyst, Nastasha. Her frequency is 141.52.
Yeah, let's go. Oh. I already forgot the frequency, I thought it was gonna be added here. I guess it was 1. Is it 141.25? No? No. Let's Google it quickly. So that's what I wanted to do. I need to press R1, not R2, to quickly remove the weapon. So where are the frequencies? Hello, Nova. Okay, when I saw the quote, I thought to myself, that's actually a good quote. And then I saw Sun Tzu at the end. I mean, what's wrong with Sun Tzu quotes? Alright, Nastasha is 52, not 25.
This is Nastasha Romanenko. A pleasure to work with you, Solid Snake.
You're the nuclear specialist that the Colonel mentioned?
That's me. You can ask me anything about nukes that you want. I am also a military analyst, so I have an extensive knowledge of weapon systems as well. They asked me to participate in this operation as a supervisor from the Nuclear Emergency Search Team. I was happy to accept. We must not allow terrorists to get their hands on nuclear weapons of any kind. I hope I can help you to stop them.
You're a tough lady.
Those terrorists are serious about launching a nuclear weapon? The world cannot stand by idly and allow that to happen, and neither can I. Unfortunately, all I can do from here is provide you with information.
Hopefully that'll be enough. Another soldier here wouldn't make a difference anyway. It's good to work with you, Nastasha.
Same here, Snake.
I like how people depict Russian accent in games and movies. I've never heard someone to talk like that. And yeah, let's try it. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. And forgot how. I remember this camera being very damn annoying. There's no door in here. There's a door there, but we probably need a key card for that, which we don't have, of course. Come on. Move it, move it. Yeah, we don't have any key cards, right? I hate this camera. And we are kinda open in here. Where's the second guard? That's bad. That's bad. I'm gonna get spotted. Oh, there he is. And another one is gonna be south from me, right? Holy. Holy. I believe we have someone in chat. Let's do something like that. I got a quote in hieroglyphics. Go for it, shoot. Maybe I'll steal it and we'll use someday later. So many stabs, and it's like just two guys walking around. Get up, damn it. I believe it's a prison floor. Yeah, we can't go here. Actually, I think we can. There's a way to like skip half of the game by going through textures in here, but I'm not gonna do it. This place has such a Shinra building vibe from F7.
Snake, if you want to go up or down a ladder, just press the action button by the ladder.
Thanks, boss. No, it's just a ration. Okay, we don't need it. And we're gonna get another achievement in here, I guess. It'll take a while though. We need to get in and out, in and out. Oh, there is some munition. Let's grab it. I haven't streamed today, low. I mean, it takes the previous one, I guess. Like the last stream you did. Wasn't it Dark Cloud a day or two ago? How do I look down? That's how. And it's just some office room. I need to study for tomorrow a bit, so I didn't stream. Oh, I see. Oh, Johnny.
Oh, kinda damn cold. I hate Alaska. Boy, oh boy, that woman is built all right.
What woman? It's a meme character in MJ series. Johnny the Shitter. Yeah, here we are.
Is that a woman?
Not him.
It's a very fit woman. A redhead. Is a knife on her back? What is this? It's weird. How she being in a prison cell can have a knife? Well, maybe it's not, but it's something, definitely.
It looks like the chief is being held in a cell. Find some way to get in there. Hurry up and get him out.
Okay, boss.
It's also important to be able to control your bodily functions. You never know when a long demo is about to begin. So make sure you're prepared to sit in front of the monitor for a long time if necessary.
Good advice, actually. Some raiding advice.
The nuclear weapons disposal facility on Shadow Moses Island was built at the beginning of this century. It was made only to temporarily store the nuclear warheads.
Why? If they wanted to dispose of them, why wouldn't they just dismantle them right away?
They cannot do that. You see, when you dismantle a warhead, you still have nuclear materials that must be stored. At this point, all of the nuclear material storage facilities are way past capacity. But they could not stop dismantling weapons while at the same time pushing Start 2.
So you're telling me that this base was built so they could temporarily avoid being in conflict with Start 2?
Most people think that we live in a safer world now. But with all the dismantled nuclear weapons and waste around, the threat of nuclear terrorism has increased tremendously.
It's ironic, isn't it?
It's not ironic, it's freaking horrible. Now we need to go back and get here again, and I think we need to do it 3 or 4 times to see something special. And there's an achievement for that in Silly Retro Achievements. But it takes a while because we need to get in and out a few times. Now she does push-ups with one hand. So she keeps herself busy. And let's hope it's the last time we need to do this. And no, we need to do it again. Oh, she has a tattoo on her left hand. I believe it's a foxhound tattoo from the first 2 Metal Gear games on MSX. It's not the same that I have placed on overlay, on chat overlay. It's a bit more like cartoonish looking fox. Like some Tom and Jerry character. Sundays I don't ever get to stream though. Yeah man, working on Sundays, it should be prohibited. Our Jewish people call that a Shabbat. Shabbat. It's on Saturday though, but still, Jewish people don't work on Saturday. And here's achievement. Yeah, work it, baby, huh? What mission? Yeah, her appearance has changed a bit. She lost her pants somewhere. So yeah, thanks Kojima. Let's keep going.
Snake, the DARPA chief's signal is coming from somewhere in that area. Isn't there some place to drop down? Take a look around in first-person view mode.
Okay. Master Miller.
It's never a good idea to fight on too full a stomach. It'll make you logy, maybe even sleepy. You should wait 30 minutes after eating before you play.
Yeah, that's actually true. During my military service, if you get lucky and you eat a bit more than usually, it's so hard to do any physical exercises afterwards, or even just work.
Who's that?
I'm here to save you. You're the DARPA chief, Donald Anderson, right?
You here to save me, huh? What's your outfit?
I'm the pawn they sent here to save your worthless butt.
Really? It's true. You don't look like one of them. In that case, hurry up and get me out of here.
Slow down. Don't worry. First, I want some information about the terrorists.
The terrorists?
Do they really have the ability to launch a nuke?
What are you talking about?
The terrorists are threatening the White House. They say if they don't accede to their demands, they'll launch a nuclear weapon.
Sweet Jesus.
Is it possible?
It's possible. They could launch a nuke.
How do they plan to launch? I thought this place was just for keeping the dismantled warheads. They shouldn't have access to a missile.
What I'm about to tell you is classified information. Okay? We were conducting exercises with a new type of experimental weapon. A weapon that will change the world.
What?
A weapon with the ability to launch a nuclear attack from any place on the face of the Earth. A nuclear-equipped walking battle tank.
Metal Gear. It can't be.
You knew? Metal Gear is one of the most secret black projects. How did you know that?
We've had a couple of run-ins in the past. So that's the reason you were here at this disposal site?
Why else would I come to a godforsaken place like this?
I had heard the Metal Gear project was scrapped.
On the contrary, it's grown into a huge joint project between Arms Tech and ourselves. We were going to use this exercise as raw data, and then proceed to mass production. If it hadn't been for the revolution.
Revolution?
Rex has fallen into the hands of terrorists.
Rex?
Metal Gear Rex. The code name for the new Metal Gear prototype. They're probably already finished arming the warhead they plan to use with Rex. These guys are pros. They're all experienced in handling and equipping weapons.
Hey! Shut up in there, will ya?
But I thought that all nuclear warheads were equipped with safety measures. Some kind of detonation code that you have to input.
Oh, you mean PAL? Yes, of course, there is a PAL. It's set up so that you need to input 2 different passwords in order to launch the device.
There are 2 passwords?
Yes. Baker knows one, and I know one.
Baker? The president of Arms Tech?
That's right. Each of us needs to input our password, or there can be no launch. But they found out my password.
You talked?
Psycho Mantis can read people's minds. You can't resist.
Psycho Mantis?
One of the members of Foxhound. He has psychic powers.
This is bad.
It's just a matter of time before they get Baker's too.
If they find out Baker's password...
Yes, they'll be able to launch a nuke anytime. But there is a way to stop the launch.
What?
The card keys.
Card keys?
They were designed by ArmsTech, the system developers, as an emergency override. Even without the passwords, you can just insert the card keys and engage the safety lock.
And if I do that?
Yes. You can stop the launch.
That card key.
So where are the keys?
Baker should have them. Listen, you need 3 card keys. There are 3 different slots to put them in. You need to insert a card into each one of them.
Okay, 3 card keys. Do you know where they might be keeping Baker?
Somewhere in the 2nd floor basement.
2nd floor basement?
I heard the guards say they moved him to an area that has a lot of electronic jamming.
Any other clues?
Yes, they cemented over the entrances, but didn't have enough time to paint them. Why don't you look for the areas where the walls are a different color? Here, take this. It's my ID card. It'll open any level 1 security door. It's called a PAN card. It works together with your body's own electrical field.
Personal area network, huh?
It transmits data using the salts in your body as the transmission medium. As you approach the door's security devices, they'll read the data stored in the card.
And the doors will open automatically. Gotcha. Okay, I'm gonna get you out of here.
Wait a minute.
What is it?
You haven't heard any other way to disarm the PAL, have you? From your bosses or anyone?
No.
Are you sure you haven't heard anything?
I just said no.
So does the White House plan to give in to the terrorists' demands?
That's their problem. It has nothing to do with my orders.
But what about the Pentagon?
Pentagon? What is it?
Hey, what happened?
Dead.
Naomi, the chief. What happened?
I don't know. It looked like a heart attack, but...
A heart attack? No.
Colonel, are you hiding something from me?
Absolutely not. Snake, you've got to understand. This op is security level red. You need the highest security clearance to get access to the complete file.
You want me to believe that you're in charge of this op, but you don't have complete access to the file?
I told you, the Secretary of Defense is in operational control. I'm just here as your support. Snake, we don't have time to debate. Get out of there and find President Baker.
Yeah, Poogie, I wish you strength and endurance. And maybe a bit shorter Overwatch streams, cause I bet if you would play a couple less games last night, you would feel better. Here's the dude we were supposed to save. And someone have opened the door for us. And excuse me again for my Discord, maybe I should mute my FC channel. And that should do. Alright.
Don't move! So you killed the chief, you bastard! Liquid? No, you're not. Don't move!
Is this the first time you ever pointed a gun at a person? Your hands are shaking. Can you shoot me, rookie?
Careful, I'm no rookie.
Liar. That nervous glance, that scared look in your eyes. They're rookie's eyes if I ever saw them. You've never shot a person, am I right?
You talk too much.
You haven't even taken the safety off, rookie.
I told you I'm no rookie!
You're not one of them, are you?
Open that door. You've got a card, don't you?
Why?
So we can get the hell out of here!
Looks like we'll be a little delayed.
What are you doing? Don't think! Shoot!
Oh. It's our first kind of a boss fight and I've already screwed it up. Yeah, let's die and do it again, because there's a way to do it easily without killing too many people. And yeah, I've never played acid games, but I really enjoyed Peace Walker and hated Portable Ops. I think they were horrible. Portable Ops. Oh, yeah, horrible dying sounds. Yeah, there's a way to do this fight almost non-lethally. Or maybe even completely non-lethally. Right, we can skip the cutscene. Nope! Damn it! No! Yeah, I'm screwed up. Yeah, we have to kill first 3 guys, I think. Then Meryl learns how to shoot the rifle. And we can just hold people for Meryl to shoot. That's the plan. Can we see what is happening outside? Can hear, definitely. And hello there. She's waiting for us.
What are you waiting for? Shoot!
Don't talk to me like a rookie!
I'm telling you, shoot!
Shoot, damn it! Oh no! Meryl! Oh no, I don't have to kill them. Yeah, I need to just catch them. I do it in the wrong way. Right, it's getting better. Meryl, shoot! Maybe I need to turn him. No! Thanks, Meryl. Any more guys? Yeah, that was scuffed. Oh yeah, grenades. Nope. Yeah, I need to do it differently. Damn it, the controls. And we are done. Yeah, that was scuffed.
help.
Wait!
Thanks, Kojima.
You fool! You've killed him!
I'm sorry, sir.
His mental shielding was very strong. I could not dive into his mind.
Now we'll never get that detonation code.
Boss, I have a good idea.
Let the tail wag. I believe Famous Mag is like 25 bullets, and she shot like 50-60.
Good girl. Just like that.
A flying guy with a gas mask.
Naomi, I just had some kind of hallucination. Is it from the nanomachines?
No, Snake. The nanomachines are functioning properly.
So what was it?
It must have been psychometric interference coming from Psycho Mantis, Foxhound's psychic. Think of it as a mental feedback loop.
So that was Mantis.
Rookie Eyes, team up with the mysterious soldier and fight your way out of the prison. Alright. Items do we even have? We have a key card now. Okay. What else? Socom, grenades. Alright, let's ride. Oh wait, let's go back. Maybe we can find something in here. Johnny's still here. Poor guy. I think in some version he actually wears like some trousers or something. Maybe in Japanese one. A laptop. Very old laptop. A very thick one. You probably can hide from bullets behind it. It's not the cleanest toilet I've seen. Like, what are those things? Giant germs. Should we go up? I think we had as thick and as indestructible as my Nokia cell phone from back then. Yeah, Nokia cell phones were like bricks, actual bricks. Nokia 3110, I think, right? Can we see anyone? Or hear at least? Wait, I can't hear anyone. Is this place empty? Huh? No, of course it's not. But we can try to get out. This damn camera. Hate it. We can go. No cameras? Really? What about here? Nope. Here? Right, we're good. Cardboard box. Our first cardboard box. A legendary item. Now we are almost invisible. Oh, we can't open the door without a card. Damn it. This damn camera. My least favorite one. Oh crap. Ooh, I was damaged. Will I still have a cardboard box? Yeah, I needed to use the box actually. Why did I just was sitting there? Just dump. Yeah, box is not here. Weak. I bet we have a call about the cardboard box. Maybe we should, I don't know, call Miller, for example. I think we can move. Oops. There's another door I would like to visit. Where's the second guy? Not here. Oops. Hello there, I'm just a box. Oops. Oops.
Just a box.
Just a box, right. Oh, this guy. Do we have a camera in here? Something tells me we do. Ah, screw it. Succum suppressor. They're sneaky now. Let's call someone.
A cardboard box, huh? Just like Zanzibar.
It saved my skin more than a few times in outer heaven, too.
Getting the maximum use out of ordinary on-hand objects is the first principle of survival. It's especially important in covert operations.
I haven't forgotten what you taught me.
Yeah, best boxes are in a Peace Walker. You have a medical box, you have a tank box, which is awesome.
A cardboard box. A cardboard box usually consists of a thin pasteboard with a corrugated paper center. They are usually made of recycled paper. It was first invented in Europe over 100 years ago. It was originally used to absorb one's sweat when wearing hats. With the same amount of wood to make one wooden box, you can make 6 or 7 cardboard boxes. And since it's recyclable, it's highly economical. In addition, it's strong and easy to store. That's why it's widely used for packing. But to avoid damaging weapons and other delicate instruments when shipping them, they should be packed in stronger boxes like wood or something. Also, the crevices should be filled with styrofoam to prevent them from moving around. So, anyway, what's with the box?
Oh, nothing. No big deal.
Okay. A big lesson on boxes. On cardboard boxes.
What have you got there? A cardboard box?
Yeah, remember that trick?
That's the snake I remember. Those poor fools won't know what hit them.
Now I bet when I open this door, someone will look right at me. Almost. Nothing to see here.
Just a box.
Damn it, the other guy. Press the button, damn it. Nope. Did you ever play Siphon Filter and Perfect Dark? I did play first 3 Siphon Filter games on PS1. Never played Perfect Dark. I'm not even sure if I know what it is. Is it Siphon Filter from PSP by any chance? Let me actually Google it, I'm kinda curious. But yeah, I've played. Oh, Siphon Filter was 989. Yeah, I enjoyed them before, but I'm not sure I would enjoy them now because controls were horrible. Perfect Dark is a 2000 first-person shooter developed and published by Rare for Nintendo 64. Oh, I wasn't a Nintendo kid, so I didn't play the Nintendo stuff. It reminds me about a game from PS2 called Time Splitter, I think. Looks kind of similar. PS1. 99 Studios, I missed them. I didn't mean Perfect Dark. Oh, okay. I mean Splinter Cell. Yeah, I've played. Oh, Splinter Cell. I've played the first one, the second one, the third one, and a bit of Double Agent. They were okay, but they are like they were not very. How do you put it? Usually, I had one way to like stealth through levels. Most of the time, Splinter Cell 1 when came out was amazing. Oh, it looked great, like the lighting, the shadows. But it was lacking for me a story. Like MGS has a great story and characters, and I wasn't into characters from Splinter Cell. I think the jump from PlayStation to Xbox was huge. I mean, jump from PlayStation to PlayStation 2 was also huge, and if I remember correctly, PlayStation 2 was a bit weaker than original Xbox. So we need to find C4 and destroy this wall. I never played. Oh. Well, PS2 had a great library of games. Maybe we should use a ration. And yeah, we have traps in here. But we have no guards, which is great. They will appear here later though. Let's use our keycard. No smoke. Do we have lasers? No, I think we don't. Oh, we have infrared goggles. Or thermal ones. Yeah, very good. C4. More C4. Actually, I've tried playing some and I don't like a lot of these games. Oh, really? PS3 is when I came back to Sony. I actually was disappointed with the PS3 generation. Like... Oh, suppressor, wait, don't we need to equip it? Yeah, we need to. I actually was disappointed with the PS3 generation because I bought PS3 to play Metal Gear Solid 4, Final Fantasy 13, and Final Fantasy Versus 13, and also Last Guardian. So Last Guardian never came out for PS3. Final Fantasy Versus 13 never came out, it turned into FF15 many years later. FF13 was a big disappointment, and MGS4 was not what I expected as well. So I was very pissed with PS3 generation. It's such a big hit for me. But I need a Blu-ray. Oh yeah, PS3 was the greatest Blu-ray player, I guess. Let's destroy this wall. How do I do it? Play C4? Maybe I should call, like, an expert.
Where I come from, a soldier who loses his head in combat is called a target.
Ni no Kuni was my favorite game from the gen. I've actually never played first Ni no Kuni. I've tried Ni no Kuni 2, and I did not like the combat. Combat was horrible. It was like action combat, but it was very hard to dodge, it was very hard to block. I believe there was a lot of non-cancelable animations. The first one is way better and totally different, really. And more like Pokemon. Well, I've heard it's like combat was completely different. So how do I use C4? Press circle to detonate. Let's go! Destruction. PS1 level of destruction. Yeah, I'm not into Pokemon. I've tried to play Digimon 2 on PS1 many years ago as a kid. I don't know, it looked weird. Some of those monsters even looked like, I don't know, like a nightmare fuel. Also its own story with a huge twist at the end. Oh. It's just chaff grenades. I wasted a C4 in here. And it's still action based. Maybe I will play eventually the Ni no Kuni. C4, please. We need to keep at least 2 charges for C4. No smoke. Do we have lasers in here? Oh, we have traps, okay. Man, so red. Oh, more C4, okay. Socom bullets and Socom bullets again, okay. It's kind of a bit disappointing. I've wasted 1 C4 to get 1 replacement and 1 extra. Although I'm full now, I guess it was worth it. Oh, there is an Xbox game, Xbox 360, that I really want to play for years already, called Last Odyssey, I think. It's Sakaguchi's, I think, last big JRPG, and people claim that it's great, but I've never played it. Oh yeah? Did you play it? Is it really that great? Maybe I'll stream that, oh. It's so good. I've heard it's like hard to get into, it's pretty slow at the start. But I bet it's good. I wanted to play it for years and just couldn't. Because all people I know they're more into either Sony stuff or Nintendo's. Kind of hard to get it to get an Xbox and games for it. But damn, is there a payoff? I have it on Xbox. I've heard the story is very strong. Very good writing. Which we are kind of liking lately. Like, remember what a mess was FF15. No smoking. I believe we don't have any traps in here. Yes, indeed. Grenade.
Military C rations place an emphasis on calories. That's why it's best to use them
And excuse
along
me,
with some
my
other type
Discord.
of nutritional supplement, such as vitamins or minerals.
Nastasha maybe?
That is C4 explosive, a plastic explosive with a texture similar to clay, so you can shape it in almost any way you want. Although it has 1.4 times the destructive power of dynamite, it is highly stable and won't explode without a detonating device, even if it is shot, burned, or beaten. You are using a wireless detonator, yes? The detonator is equipped with a scrambler, so you don't have to worry about interference from any other radio source. Make sure you are sufficiently far enough away when it goes off. Also, as you know, the sound of the explosive will alert your enemies, so be careful.
I'm trying to think when I could play it. I mean, with your schedule, it's not gonna be anytime soon, I guess. It's a long game, from what I know. It'll take forever to play through it. I guess it's the last wall we need to destroy here. Would be kind of cool to find a ration, actually. We're safe here. I'm already about to drop WoW with how much I play, really. Wait, don't we have... I think there was another pathway with the turrets inside. I just got too many games and not enough time. Yeah, same here. Many games and not enough time. I will waste 2 charges in here. Yeah, there's the room I wanted to visit. Oh, we didn't explode this one. Collect the C4 in the armor and blow open the hidden entrances. Okay. Oh man, the turret! We will need to use chaff in here. That's chaff. More C4, okay. I believe we will need it for a tank battle. Alright, let's get ready for a fight.
Am I too late? He's alive. You're the Arms Tech president, Kenneth Baker, right? Don't worry, I'm here to save you.
No, don't touch it!
C4.
Right. Touch that wire, and the C4 will blow up along with the old man. So you're the one that the boss keeps talking about.
And you?
Special Operations Foxhound. Revolver Ocelot. I've been waiting for you, Solid Snake. Now we'll see if the man can live up to the legend. This is the greatest handgun ever made. The Colt's Single Action Army. 6 bullets, more than enough to kill anything that moves. Now I'll show you why they call me Revolver. Draw!
Dodge him! I'm Neo.
I love to reload during a battle. There's nothing like the feeling of slamming along the silver.
Wait, what's wrong with... What was that? I couldn't change the gun.
All right, I'm alive. Let's go.
Whoa!
Hiding won't help you. I understand.
I missed. Nope.
You better hurry up. The old man's not gonna last too long.
I wasted too many bullets.
Don't you want to settle this?
Shoot, old man. Don't you want to reload?
I love the smell of corn. You know, that sultry smell.
Damn it. He ran.
But to you, it'll be the smell of
No!
your own death.
Almost blew up the old man.
Hiding will help. Hiding will help. Hiding will help. Wait a minute.
Yeah, we can't land more than one bullet in here. Come on, shoot. Damn it. No, stop it. I'm not ready. Where is he?
Hiding will help. Hiding will help. Hiding will help. Wait a minute.
Let's call a Miller for help.
The muzzle velocity of a bullet fired from a revolver is slower than one fired from an automatic. That's bad for you. The slower a gun's muzzle velocity, the more damage it does. That's because the bullet will tend to lodge in the body instead of going right through. Those kind of wounds take a long time to heal. Sometimes they never do. I think that's part of the reason he likes that gun. He's a real sick puppy, that Ocelot. The biggest drawback to a revolver is the reload time. That's your chance.
Hell yeah. That's what we were doing actually, but whatever.
He's using a single-action army? The first model of that gun was made in 1873, over 130 years ago. Today, they're still being made in small numbers, but that's just for collectors and such. Nobody uses them in combat anymore. The biggest drawback to revolver-style handguns is reload time. That's your chance.
Okay. Should we call Campbell?
Hiding will help. Hiding will help.
One more?
Wait a minute.
Where is he?
Hiding will help. Hiding will wait a minute.
Guess we don't even have to run. Just wait for the old man to shoot. His load.
Hiding will help. Hiding will help. Hiding will wait a minute.
Oh, hello Sir Mice, how's it going? I've seen you've been playing some Apex lately. Kinda curious to try it as well at some point. Almost done. Easy boss fight. True. I mean, he's just an old man with a revolver. What can he do against us? Let's grab some ammo, maybe. Whoa. Damn it. He speeded up.
You're pretty good.
Everything
Just what
under
I'd
control.
expect from the man with the same code as the boss. It's been a long time since I had such a good fight, but I'm just getting warmed up.
Anime time.
My hand! Stealth camouflage. Can't you even die right? You were lucky. We'll meet again!
My hand.
Who are you? I like you. I have no name.
That exoskeleton.
Who the hell? Can you talk?
Who are you?
I'm not one of them. The DARPA chief told me he gave them his detonation code. What about yours?
Oh, I get it. Jim sent you. You're from the Pentagon.
Answer my question. What about your code? There's no time.
I talked.
What? Now the terrorists have both codes and can launch any time.
It's not like I didn't fight. I managed to resist Psycho Mantis's mind probe.
He couldn't read you? How'd you do it?
Surgical implants in my brain.
Surgical implants?
Kind of like a psychic insulation. Everyone who knows these top secret codes has it.
Even the DARPA chief?
Of course.
But the DARPA chief said Mantis got his code by reading his mind.
Are you sure you heard him right?
Yeah, I'm sure. In that case, how did they get your code?
I never had any training on how to resist torture.
It looks like he had some fun with you, all right.
Oh, he's not human. I tell you, he loved every second of it.
What happened to your arm?
He broke it.
Looks like you're more than even now. His was sliced off.
Ha, you're a funny man. So the DARPA chief, is he okay?
Dead.
What? Can't be. No, that's not what you promised, Jim. Now you want to shut me up?
Calm down. What's wrong with you? I just told you I was here to save you. I didn't kill the DARPA chief. He had a heart attack or something.
A heart attack? Oh, don't be a fool.
Anyway, the terrorists have both codes now.
Those boys are totally insane. They wouldn't hesitate to launch.
I agree, but what do they really want?
Oh, who knows? Maybe they're like us in the arms industry, always looking forward to the next good war.
Well, I'm not gonna let these maniacs start a war today. You still have the card keys?
Card keys?
To override the detonation code. I heard you had them.
No, not anymore.
What? Who does then? Not the terrorists?
No, that woman.
Woman? Who?
A soldier that was thrown in prison along with me.
A female soldier, it must be.
She said she had just joined up as a new recruit. They threw her in prison because she refused to take part in the rebellion.
A new recruit? Could that be the Colonel's niece?
I gave her the key. Looks like she managed to break out of here, though. I hope she's okay.
I'm sure she is. She's green, but as tough as they come. But how did you know she escaped?
I was in contact with her by codec. Until I was tied up here, that is.
Codec?
Yes, she stole it from the guard. If she still has it, you should be able to contact her.
I'm sure she still has it. What frequency was she at?
Oh, yeah. Let me tell you, it's... Oh, sorry. I forgot.
Damn!
Oh, that's right. It should be on the back of the CD case. Try to contact her.
I'll contact her right away. But tell me, if this doesn't work, is there some other way to prevent the missile launch?
You need to find Hal Emmerich, one of my employees.
Who's that?
The team leader of the Metal Gear Rex project. A genius at engineering, but a little bit of an oddball. If there's anyone who can figure out how to stop Metal Gear from launching, it's him.
What if he can't come up with anything?
You'll have to destroy it. Emmerich knows how to destroy Metal Gear.
Where is this Emmerich?
Well, he's probably being held somewhere in the nuclear warhead storage building. It's north from here. That's where he worked.
I understand, but why Metal Gear? The nuclear age ended with the turn of the millennium.
Oh, you're wrong. The threat of nuclear war isn't gone. In fact, it's greater than it's ever been. The amount of spent nuclear fuel and plutonium is increasing even today. Listen, have you ever seen a warehouse full of nuclear material?
No.
Drums and drums of nuclear waste stacked this high, as far as you can see. Because there's still no real way to dispose of the stuff.
So they just close the lid and try to pretend like it'll go away?
Essentially, yes. And they're not even doing a good job of storing it. Many of the drums are corroded, with nuclear waste seeping out of them.
Unbelievable.
Not only that, but several pounds of MUF are reported every year.
MUF?
It stands for material unaccounted for. It proves that there's a large and well-organized black market in nuclear materials. Furthermore, since the end of the Cold War, Russian nuclear engineers in particular are out of work with no way to turn. In other words, there's plenty of available nuclear material and scientists for making a bomb. We live in an age when any small country can have a nuclear weapons program.
What about the other superpowers?
Russia and China still maintain a significant nuclear presence. Complete nuclear disarmament is an impossibility. To maintain our own policy of deterrence, we need a weapon of overwhelming power.
You mean Metal Gear?
Yes. You know our industry suffered quite a blow as a result of the cuts in military budgets due to this so-called peace.
I remember hearing a lot about mergers and takeovers among the big weapons makers.
Yes. And after my company lost their bid to produce the Air Force's next line of fighter jet, the Metal Gear system was our last ace in the hole. That's why we pushed to have Metal Gear developed as a black project.
Black project?
Secret projects paid for by the Pentagon's black budget. You can avoid a lot of red tape and get a great lead time on your weapons production. And no one can bother you. Not even those bleeding heart liberals on the Military Oversight Committee.
Bribes.
I prefer to think of it as good business. Anyway, Metal Gear was going to be formally adopted after the results of this exercise were analyzed.
I don't give a crap about you and your company.
Yes, that's about what I'd expect from a grunt like you. Here, this is what you came for, right?
What's that?
An optical disc. It's all here. The main hard drive was destroyed by gunfire. This is the only remaining copy of the data.
What kind of data?
All the data collected from this exercise. Don't play dumb. I know you were sent to get this. I hid it from that sadistic maniac while he was torturing me. They don't know this disc exists. Make sure you report this to Jim. To your boss. I'll give you my card too. It'll open up all security level 2 doors.
Can you walk?
No. No, you go on without me. They got my password. They don't want anything else from me.
I have one more question. Who or what was that ninja thing? It looked like you knew something.
That ninja? That was Foxhound's dark little secret.
Dark little secret?
An experimental genome soldier.
You know him?
You should ask Dr. Naomi Hunter from Foxhound. She knows better than I.
Naomi?
You've got to stop them. If it goes public, my company and I are finished.
What? Doesn't Metal Gear use currently existing technology?
Metal Gear itself does, but... What did you do to me? Oh, no. Oh, no, it can't be. Those Pentagon bastards. So, they actually went and did it.
What are you talking about?
They're just using you for...
What the hell?
Colonel, are you listening? Now he's dead too.
I have no idea.
Don't lie to me.
It looked like another heart attack, but...
Some kind of poison?
Well, there are lots of drugs that can cause a heart attack in large doses. For example, potassium chloride or dioxides, but we won't be able to tell without doing an autopsy.
Damn!
Snake, I want you and Meryl to work together.
Can I trust her?
More than you can trust me. Get in contact with her.
Snake, there's a lot of electrical interference coming from there. It should be okay if you do burst transmission like us, but normal transmission is probably impossible. Try moving away from that area.
Snake, get a hold of yourself.
Naomi, what the hell was that ninja thing? A member of Foxhound?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes, we have no one like that in our unit.
Is that right?
Snake, I'm counting on you.
Alright, Shalashaska. It's an Ocelot's nickname. Another one, he has a lot of them apparently. So let me check something. If I will raid today or not. I guess I will in 5 minutes. So yeah, I guess it's not the worst place to stop for today. Let's see what Mei-Ling has to say to us.
You caught Snake? Snake, remember what the Gaul said. The graveyards are full of indispensable men. Snake, you're all alone and surrounded by bad guys. Try to be careful and avoid getting into a fight whenever you can.
You're right. Wow, you know all sorts of great quotes, don't you?
Well, both my parents are from Guangdong, China, but I was born and raised in America. I've always liked reading literature from both sides. Kinda keeps me in touch. I'll share some more quotes with you if you like.
I'm looking forward to it. But to tell you the truth, I'd like to learn more about you.
Well, I'll think about it.
Alright, I guess that's it. So thanks everyone for watching, for being here. Especially thanks to Poogie, Sir Mason, Nova for chatting. I wish everyone a good week. I wish Poogie good luck with the stuff he has to do today. So again, thanks to everyone. Have a good one and take care.